Hey, so I spent over a decade obsessed with studying human behavior and relationships and personal development and practical psychology as well, because I used to get bullied in school and I just wanted to understand and what I was doing wrong. And now I lead communities, I speak on stages, I have amazing relationships, I run a co-living space, and I am in a beautiful relationship with my fiance. So I want to walk you through the basics of social health today, which is a concept that I developed, that I'm developing actively as well, that will help you understand where you are and what you need to improve first. And I believe that social health is more important than mental health, than spiritual health, than financial health, everything else, because if you have really great social health, it will be the foundation for you to build everything else and to improve in everything else. Now, the proof that I have for this is really simple. Just look around and also understand that humans are emotional and social creatures, right? And we've evolved to live in tribes. We are supposed to be together. We grow up as kids and we are reliant on our parents for a very long time. Whereas birds, let's say, right, they are not social animals as much and they get out of the nest very early on. So humans are by nature social animals and we need each other. We were meant to live in tribes, to coach each other, to help each other, to support each other, to play roles in society and to build together, right? Everything huge, everything amazing that we have in the world has not been done by one human being. Maybe one human being started it, but then it came together. You've probably heard the term, you become the average of the 5 people you hang out with the most, right? So again, if you look at this statement from the perspective of social health, then it makes total sense, right? If you want to improve your mental health, let's say, well, then you gotta hang out with people who have really great mental health and you will become more like one of them. Social health impacts your mental health. Now, let's look at finances again, right? What if you are super broke and you only hang out with broke people? You're probably gonna stay broke. But if you improve your social health and you get yourself around people who are making a lot of money, who are doing really well in business, you become the average of the 5 people you hang out with the most. If you hang out with millionaires, you are likely to become a millionaire. At least do much better financially because it will push you, inspire you, have the knowledge, have the motivation, have the resources that will help you move forward as well. So really quickly, now that's the importance of social health. And really quickly, let's break it down into 2 main pillars and some parts that I left out blank here that I'm gonna go along. So the first pillar is the internal pillar, which is otherwise called confidence, which has 3 main factors that really impact your internal, your world and your confidence. And they kind of blend together, but this is kind of how it is. So the first one is self-love. So self-love is all about the relationship that you have with yourself. That's the main foundation. If you don't have a good relationship with yourself, it's really difficult to have a really good relationship with other people. This is why it's important to do internal work, to work on your emotional home, to work on your traumas, to work on your self-awareness, to work on your own beliefs and values and be kind to yourself, right? All the principles of self-love. I'm not gonna go deeper into that. But second pillar is social skills. So, all right, tough to write, but you get the point, right? It's all about social skills. Again, this is all about you, all about just your own internal world. And this is how well you can show up, how well you can communicate, how you know what to say or how to say it, how much you believe in your social skills, how much you believe that you are really confident and you can show up authentically and confidently, or if you believe that you're shy and awkward, right? And then the last one is social habits. And this one is very interesting. I observed this and I came up with this idea because social habits, because I've noticed that once I started being a little bit less isolated and I started hanging out with people, I found myself to hang out with stoners and people who just smoked weed and played video games. So naturally, I became one of them and I was smoking a lot of weed and I was playing a lot of video games. Because that was the kind of people I was hanging around with, because that was the kind of people that I could reach. And it was an amazing stage of my life. I don't regret it. I'm really grateful for it. I had some great times, but then I had to move away from that and I had to move forward because that's not the life that I wanted to be stuck in, right? So is your social habit to go out drinking with your buddies at the pub? right? Is that a social habit that you want to have? Is that social habit helping you achieve the life that you want to achieve? Maybe yes, maybe not. You really have to ask yourself that, right? So you have to analyze and look at your social habits. Maybe your only social habit that you have is swiping on dating apps or scrolling on your Instagram feed to try and get some connection with human beings, to try and look at some people. Or maybe your social habit is watching Netflix at 1 a.m. at night by yourself, because that's the only way that you can feel like you're a part of other people's lives, other people's stories, through movies or TV shows, right? What are your social habits? Are they good for you? Are they constructive or destructive in a way that they help you achieve your better life, or they don't? And the second part, I'm going over this really quickly, but the second part is all about other people, right? Now we get into the external world. So how do we interact with other people? What is our capacity to have with other people? And now the key word here is depth. It's about the depth of the relationship that we have, right, with other people. Because I used to be in rooms full of people, but still felt lonely when I was in school, for example. Right? So it's not about how many people you have around you or how many people know you or how many people you know. It's about the depth of the relationships that you have with people. Now, the three pillars here, the first one is trust and honesty. Can you trust other people? Can you be honest, fully honest with other people? Right? Or at least with some people. Now, the more the better, of course, right? But this is a core pillar of having a good depth of relationships and being safe and having a really foundational, healthy relationship. Honesty and trust. If there's no honesty and trust, the relationship can be kind of shaky. Whether it's a friendship or a romantic relationship, even a work relationship. If there's no trust and honesty, good luck, right? The second part is vulnerability, which is kind of a deeper on this deeper level here of trust, right? You can be vulnerable, you can be real, you can share what's really going on. You don't have to only put up a wall and pretend. Now, also important, there's two layers to this. One is you have to find the right people to be able to be vulnerable with, and also, especially in the beginning, when you're working on your self-love and things like that. And also, very important, that you have to have the capacity to be vulnerable with other people. So there's still layers to it, right? There's internal part and external part, even to this. And then lastly, we have this amazing concept, this amazing idea of reciprocity. And I absolutely love this principle. Absolutely love this principle because I've gotten so much in life and I've achieved so much, and I'm super grateful to have everything that I have. And all the opportunities, all the adventures, all the travels, all the experiences, and all the progress that I've made in life has been by a long shot with reciprocity. Because the truth is that anything that you want in life, you can get with the help of other people. Now, it's not about exploiting people, right? That's why reciprocity. It's not about trying to exploit people and get something from people. It's about being a part of a tribe or community that gives you back because you give so much. And usually, so the idea of reciprocity is I give so much and then I get back because I've given so much. Right? People want to pay off. People want to give back. If you give so much to one person, they now feel that they want to give you back. Not that they have to give you, or not that they are obligated, but they want to. That's how we are wired, right? That's how we evolved again as human beings, to be in tribes and to help each other. This is a core principle. And sometimes the universe and the world works in beautiful ways because you give here, you put yourself out there fully, and you really help people, you develop these deep relationships. And maybe sometimes the people can't give you back fully yet here. But then somebody else comes by and like, hey, I see you giving, I see you doing all this, I want to give you here. And whatever you give out comes back to you from the universe twice. Not from the same place a lot of the times, but from other places. So you have to have the trust in the universe as well, that it will come back. You have to trust in the law of reciprocity. And that's what makes these relationships really authentic, right? Because you're not expecting this person to give you back. You're not saying, oh, I'm gonna give you my all, I'm gonna give you my best, only if I also get something back from you. No. You trust in the universe, you trust in the law of reciprocity, that it will come back to you from maybe an unexpected source. And this has happened in my life many times. So this is the quick overview or the bird's eye view over the social health framework. And if you want to dive deeper into whether social health is going to help you, and if you need to improve your social health, check out this video right here where I give the overview of who social health is specifically for right now, especially if you work from home these days and you're a little bit isolated and lonely. Check out this other video that will help you so much as well. And yeah, I'm super excited to share this with you. Let's do this.